Hello and good evening, good afternoon or morning, wherever you are around the world, and welcome back to Descent into Avernus. We'll be playing today with Roll20, and this scary sound you can hear is coming from Syrinscape. Give them a try. They've got lots of free sound sets that you can try out, and then if you sign up and become a super siren, you get access to everything. And it's just awesome stuff for all of your TTRPGs and RPG fun. So, here we are, back in Avernus. Welcome back, everyone. We are Sans Privateer ce soir, okay? But let us see what we're doing with our things here. We have a Firemore. Hello, Firemore. The Dragonborn Pitfighter. We have me. Sorry, I'm doing clockwise around the screen. Sorry, I'm not leaving myself to last. And we have a Terrina, Hedge Druid. And we have the leader of the pack, Lincoln. As far as the band's concerned. And Nerd Corbin. Nerd Corbin. Okay, and Theo can stay up there on his own, so hang it out. Okay, so there's a bit of echo, Emma. Please. Let us get a quick recap and jump right back into things. Last time, having woken up in the inn atop the giant critter bounding across the hellscape, you enjoyed a massive breakfast, courtesy of the kitchens there, and headed out to Uldrek's grave, home of the Imperium brought low, in order to trade Tiamat's blood for his. The ingredient needed to break a contract with Zariel herself. Now, having returned him to his epic size, he made good on the deal and returned home to the gods of the fire giants. The original plan was to head over and free the Dao Jin and teleport 8 of your friends back to the material plane. But Lulu, of all voices, piped up with the idea that the blood could be put to better use. Maybe breaking your own contract and saving Altus the cultist. You talked about your shared predicament, and Terrina perhaps overshared about her deal with the lowest of the low, the king of hells, Asmodeus himself. Speak of the devil. Preceded by a slow clap, Asmodeus paid you a visit, not wanting his busy little bees to buzz off track. We find ourselves on the plains of Avernus, the uppermost layer of the hells, deciding whether or not to try an imp-delivered birthday cake. Welcome back to hell, everyone. What would you like to do?
I cry and eat birthday cake.
Yeah, Corbin is definitely going to start walking towards the cake, and he's going to look back at everyone, noticing that no one else has moved yet, and say, like, well, it's a cake. Come on.
How can you eat cake in a time like this? I mean, that's not even a question at this point, but how?
How could I not?
Oh, I forgot you're insane. Cool.
Well, no, it's a... How can I put this? Ray of sunshine? That we've
Gifted
been...
by tiny imps, but
Right.
Did you say a ray of sunshine? Yet the scene here and the sky above is illuminated by a giant flaming meteor. Through the skies.
I guess this is Zuriel's way of saying let them eat cake. And let's enjoy.
Just, I will not partake.
That's fine.
More for me.
Yeah, I guess.
I understand your apprehension.
Healthy, healthy.
Just don't.
I'm fine.
It's
Think
already...
it was like,
Oh, I've been.
Serena, we'll figure this out.
Here, have some cake.
Thank you, Serena.
Just not wanting to talk about it.
we'll figure this out.
Just
Like
to-
it's one of your research questions, Horvin.
For anyone watching or catching the VOD later, it was the player Colby playing Horvin here. It was his birthday at the end of last session, hence there is cake. Randomly
I'm
delivered.
Well, thinking it kind of is. Contracts, legalese, there are ways about these things. What's the easiest way to get someone to back out of a contract?
Wash your hands in this blood before it spills on the sands of Avernus.
All right,
Okay.
let's do it. Dip.
A single claw, and now it looks like you painted one claw.
I was told that the required thing to do was to.
A hand.
I only signed with one claw. Okay.
Put your hand in the bucket, Fireball.
So you all gather around this whey protein container.
Gonna watch this from afar.
Imperium blood. Firemore, you just plunge your hand in up to the wrist. And there's a fairly painful feeling and a tingling sensation. And you feel a burning. Do you pull your hand out?
No, I mean I'm used to burning at this point.
True. This is more of an acidic burn than a fiery burn.
I mean, as long as it's not a losing feeling in my hand sort of burning, then
Firemore's long lost brother.
I didn't like that laugh. You're gonna lose your hand, Firemaw.
It's okay, I only take legs. So,
Look at that face.
Very good.
Look
so
at that Emma
you, you wait, and you ride out that unpleasant sensation, and after a while, it stops. You just feel the pressure of the liquid on your skin.
take my hand out.
And as the slightly viscous Empyrean blood drips off, you see your hand
Covered in blood.
slowly dripping off, but yes. But otherwise, it looks fine.
into the bucket, Firemaw, please.
I'm trying. I really am. It's not
I was
working.
just in my head listing things it could be. 5 snakes. Skeleton.
I shouldn't have done that.
So you're just cutting chili peppers. Okay, so Orvin. Lincoln.
No. Not yet.
Well, I think the best chance we have of dealing with the big guy is to not have to worry about the not so big guy. So here we go. And Horvin will dunk his hand, his claw.
Okay. You have the same sensation. That strange tingling and burning. But following Firemore's advice, you ride it out. And after a short time, it dissipates. And you draw back your hand,
Ah,
and all is well.
Don't wipe your eye.
oh, thank you.
Right until you said it, he wasn't going to. It's like, okay.
He's got like a blood smudge on his.
Okay.
Wincing in that eye.
I didn't sign any contracts with this eye, so it's fine. Doesn't hurt.
There wasn't a retina scan involved.
That's for the high tech campaign.
Right, yeah, you could do a sci-fi D&D campaign with devils. Good contracts would be interesting. So,
Sear it onto your eye. Whenever you violate the contract, it just lights up. It's all you can see. It's pretty good.
it's just right there in front of you. You're forced to read it. So, Theo says, "Well, is that all? Are we ready to move on?"
Nah, not quite. Lincoln, are you really not going to?
Serena, can I talk to you real quick? You can bring the cake.
I put it down and spit it out because I was only eating it so I didn't have to talk. And then
No, we're gonna talk. This is not,
Damn it.
not
I toddled over.
How can I do this? Tell me how I can do this when I'm the reason you can't.
You're not the reason. Everyone's the reason. That's the first deal I made. I just sweetened the pot for Asmodeus. I put my life on the line for everyone, and if someone was lost, then 1/5 of my deal would be garbage. So, I understand you're going through stuff. I can't imagine the hard time you're having because I'm not having an identity crisis. But you have to break your deal. That's the whole reason I made mine. And you lost your life. You lost your leg. Please don't waste what little I had left by committing yourself to being down here for eternity. And that, I'm going to point at your leg, can eventually be fixed. I'm sure of it. There are greater things in heaven and earth and hell that can definitely restore that. I point at your leg. Your not leg.
Serena, I don't give a shit about my leg. Not really. I don't want to leave you here.
I do get to go home. I just have to come back. Corvin's working on it. And while I let myself be hopeful, and I'm really not now. I've seen this group do amazing things. I really hope I'm wrong. And if you're indebted to Zariel, how are you going to help that bird brain? Tarina would usually be much more emotional, but she's already admitted all her hopes and fears, and she's like, wall or I will be dust.
This is what you want from me.
To not be indebted to Zariel so you can do what you need to do to save Rhea, to get us all out of here. You don't belong here, Lincoln. I know you've heard left and right that you do. Do you like it here? I don't think anyone likes it here. You decide who you are. I don't care what boogeyman they've implanted into your future or what have you. Right? They already told you that they planned everything up until this point. Now you're aware. Now you know. What you decide to do with that is your choice. You're my friend. You're all my friends. And you can't stay down here. You don't want me to stay down here, right? Because you know this place is shit. Put your hand in the blood. I want to go home.
Lincoln does it.
Okay.
I give you hearts.
Yep.
He just...
Sorry, that's Stephanie to
He looks
Emma.
at-
That's not Serena.
I was gonna say. He just looks at Tarina for a moment, and I think you can see in his expression that he's just hollow. And then he looks at the blood and he just shoves his hand in it. And when he pulls out, he just flicks it off and takes a step back away from everyone.
So now we need to find a way to get back to Altus.
I can turn into a big fucking bird. I can carry it.
You also need to pay Olanthius a visit at the crypt of the Hell Riders.
Possibly a good idea.
Let me go
Let's
check
start
my
there.
notes about Olympias.
All right. Navigator, let's go.
So, you climb up into your war machines, the tour bus and the Black Parade. Where to, Horvin?
Well, the crypt is much closer than the tower, so we might as well hit that first.
Well, remember, the map is not a true representation of the geography of this place.
True. Our time spent at the crypt will be much less than that of the tower, I am sure, so...
Let's.
Let's do it.
Okay. So,
Roll your. Do we get lost stuff?
yeah, Orvin, I need 2d4. Nope, 2d8.
And a 2.
Ooh,
Okay.
close.
That's close as it's been, probably. Okay, so yes, you safely resist the strange twisting and turning of the geography in your mind. Just there's the hellscape before you. You know, dunes seem to shift, and the occasional sandstorm blows through, and you kind of just pop down your goggles and warn Firemore that when it's coming. Well, Firemore probably warns you. He's got a better chance to look around. Doesn't have to keep looking forward all the time. And you go plowing across the sands and rocks of Avernus, moving your way around the gargantuan ruins and leftovers of the blood war that forever rages on this, the gateway to the hells. And you find yourself not really thinking of the crypt so much as thinking of Olanthius. And the last time you saw him in his huge, imposing Death Knight armor. And because of that, as you come round the shoulder of a hulking ruin, you see not the crypt of the Hell Riders, but the shores of the river Styx. And up on top of a rocky outcrop, you see the looming figure of Olanthius standing as if expecting you, looking straight towards you, the direction you're coming from. Behind him in the distance, you can see his giant gorgons that pull his chariot around this hellscape. And moving throughout the scene, around him and behind him and past him, you see ghostly figures, looking somewhat like they're wearing armor, but very incorporeal. And Firemore, you see this, Lincoln, you see this too, and you think it's the spirits of the Hell Riders that you released from the crypts of the Hell Riders. Still heeding the presence and following their commander, Olanthius, although somewhat wistfully, randomly, not regimented or in rank at all. I think, a picture paints 1,000 words, as they say. So, let's show you what you see.
Gorgons, Gorgons.
I think that is the right word, isn't it? They are gorgons.
Snake-haired people?
Nope, Mahus.
No.
Oh, no, yeah, I got it wrong then. No, Mahusive cows.
Do you mean minotaurs?
No. In game, I think they are called Gorgons, but
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Oh,
Those
cool.
bad boys over on the back right there.
That's
Those
really
are just
cool.
big cows.
Giant. Now, you remember seeing these before as you left the crypt of the Hell Riders and were surprised by them both standing there. And they let off these strange, almost like beam weapons, and an invisible imp was turned to stone, petrified in midair, and clunked to the ground, to your surprise. Here you see Olanthius, and as you can see here, in the distance behind him, you can see Eltura. The chains drawing it ever closer to the surface of the river Styx. The companion still crackling and burning with energy in the sky above it. A sphere of utter blackness. He waits patiently for you to approach.
We approach.
He turns,
Yeah, let's go.
looking back towards Elturel. And this picture is exactly what you see. He is holding that skull. Welcome back. You have my thanks.
Feel well?
You did
I'm
well to free the Demon Lord.
Aha. We are on the same page.
It was just as I hoped. He made his way straight to Zariel in an idiotic attempt to regain his hammer. He is no more in the Hells. Unfortunately, he will be back once he has reformed in the Abyss. But for now, we are rid of him. And, as I hoped again, it did provide the distraction I needed.
For
What did you do with the distraction?
My failing to those that served below me must be repaid and addressed. You have already put that in motion by freeing these souls. He gestures to the souls of the Hell Riders who are around him. You see them in the back there. I carried out the remainder of the task whilst Zariel was distracted by that beast. I traveled to Harriman's Hill.
Terrible play.
I freed the Hell Riders remaining there, falsely accused of cowardice. But it was Zariel and Harriman who were the cowards, bending the knee, selling their souls. I did no such thing. Neither did any of these Hell Riders. Which is why they will be free to carry on their journey to where they should rest for eternity.
I just want to look at Lincoln and be like,
Great. That's all.
good for them.
Yep.
I also took the opportunity to aid you. I know what it is you seek to do.
Absolutely nerf some bad guys.
And I sought to weaken Zariel's control, Zariel's hold over this plane. I knew that once I started messing with the prisoners, Taraman was punishing, he would come galloping forth on that steed of his.
He likes to do that.
And
He's
he
really
did.
good at that.
Indeed.
Really good.
Show up almost immediately. He looks down at the skull.
Lincoln starts having PTSD flashbacks.
Yes, for those watching, Harriman killed Lincoln on Harriman's Hill. He looks down at the skull. You shall not be heeding any further calls, or answering any further of Zariel's orders.
I think that answers my question pretty well.
He is no more. I'm really glad you guys didn't fight this guy. Woo! He butchered Harriman. I rolled it.
Can he?
I rolled it out. Yeah, I rolled it out. It was. Woo.
Oh, guess what?
Was
My
it-
brother doesn't have COVID.
Was it as fun as Skatichishi?
Congratulations, Emma's brother.
That's great.
It was a little closer. He did
A little closer.
He did get messed up to an extent, but yeah, he dispatched of Harriman. Good
Lincoln
proper.
says, "That's great. Now, what about that with Zariel? Any ideas about that? I'm just going quickly.
That. What's you gesturing to, Elteron? Or
And I'm just like, oh, you know, the way you butchered up Iron Man like a little carrot. Zariel, just, you know, out on a chopping board, chop, 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 saute with onions.
Zariel is too busy on the front lines of the Blood War.
Mm.
The Abyss is surging forth as they never have before. And, Emma, as a player, last week you missed, Asmodeus was actually saying that the Abyss is getting the upper hand at the moment. And that's one reason. He suggested also that you go to the Tower of Verm and see Mordenkainen, because in the goal of maintaining the balance, capital B, that Mordenkainen so strives to do all the time, it actually means he's allied with the Hells at the moment because the Abyss is winning, has the upper hand. So he's always supporting the underdog, whichever that is, which at the moment is the Devils. So Harriman turns to you all. As I promised, I will tell you how to find the Bleeding Citadel. And within, the Sword of Zariel.
Holy shit.
It is your turn. Your turn to help those who are trapped here. I have freed those that came long ago. You must free those who have come since. Undeserving. And at that point, Lulu comes buzzing round. And she's like, Yes, I remember. The Bleeding Citadel. That's where Yale and I went. And Harriman, if you remember when you read Harriman's writings inside the crypt, you realized that he was in love with Yale when they were Hell Riders, before this all happened. You see him just bodily react to the mention of their name. Yes, that's where Yale and I took the sword. We took the sword and we plunged it into a rock, and I called on every ounce of goodness in my heart, and I raised a shield around it. A fortress against the evil of this place. That's what the Bleeding Citadel is.
So that's
So
where the
we-
sword is?
And we
Yes.
get this sort of like the power of like love and friendship and happiness and stuff, because I think we've kind of had that knocked out of us. It might be a bit difficult.
No, Lincoln, you can't give up. That power is always within all of us.
There is no hope, but okay.
We can get the sword then. Where is it?
Inside the Citadel.
Where is the citadel? How can we get there?
I think he's gonna help us.
Harriman draws himself up. Yes, that is right.
Haruman?
Olympias,
Haruman.
yeah.
Sorry.
Oh,
Olympias.
The man's dead. He got cut up like a carrot.
Sorry.
The
can
skull
run through
burst into
it.
flames. I hadn't used my healing power yet.
You have no longer my final form.
This is Phoenix channel here, so
I know, we all said that pretty much for us. Like, wait, no, that's not what you mean, right? That's not what you meant to say.
That's not what you meant to
Panicked.
say, right?
I meant to say Lathias. As
Oh,
rewatching last week, Theo kept calling Bitopia Elturel, like so many times. I didn't even twig like last week when we was in the scene. Emma, if I forget next time Theo is here, Mason's here, he needs to talk to you about a dream he had.
Yes.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I'll do that now, but
Read off about that one.
no. Okay, so Olanthius says, "Yes, as I promised," and he goes to you, Orvin, having seen you. Actually, no, having heard what you've been saying, he goes to you, Lincoln.
Lincoln looked so regal all of a sudden.
And he holds out the skull. Take this as a reminder. That's all that resides here can be vanquished. Put this on your devil's ride. It will always point towards the Bleeding Citadel.
Right. I'm
Let's-
not saying I endorse this message.
Let he who impeded you now be your aid.
Yeah, so that's
Sick.
that was the next thing I was gonna say. That I'm not saying I endorse the whole message of, having hope for the future. But this is pretty sick. So I am going to take this and do what you said, but I'm doing it on my own terms. I need to know that. I'm a brat boy. He's such a stupid idiot. He's like, yeah,
No, it's.
I'm gonna take this now.
Hey, Gary, how you doing?
Big skull. How big is this? I'm imagining it's like.
It's
Like, that's
Oh,
pretty
say
big.
kind of like
It's still too
basketball
much
size.
for me. Oh god. Okay.
No, actually, I
Doesn't
think
have hands, how does it point?
no. It's gonna be looking
Oh.
in that direction. So Lincoln, if you ever drive away from the Bleeding Citadel, the skull will be looking back at you.
Neat. That's horrifying. I love it.
Hey, so you go and affix this to the Devil's Ride, and you find it does just stay there on the front of the Devil's Ride, without having any attachment. It just kind of just like adheres to the surface.
Okay.
Ew.
That's
It's
gross.
insane. Some kind of adhesive glue on this skull.
Soul glue.
You could call it that.
Contract cement.
Binding
Oh, we've got
contracts, yes.
the
That
blood
was
vial, right?
very clever.
So, you decorate your Devil's Ride, the Black Parade, with the skull of Haruman.
I say fuck you to the skull.
And
Someone definitely hears me.
Olanthius says, can I say it again? Olanthius says, if there is nothing else, we shall depart.
I have one question.
Yes.
A friend of mine was plunged into the river Styx and forced to become a vessel for Zariel to form a contract. As her former lieutenant, where would she keep such a person?
Close at hand. Look for your friend on her command barge. And he gestures back towards Elturel, where the blood war is raging thickest. And you can see, as we can see in the picture here, a handful of those flying fortresses just moving slowly, almost genteelly across the plains, but every now and then just eruptions of lightning and hellfire just firing down into the ranks of the demons that you can't see, but you know to be there. And there is one that is markedly larger than the rest, but hanging back from the others. As you know, Zariel will not be on board, she'll be down in the front lines fighting. And he points. That is the most likely.
So we have to sneak on board while she is fighting to recover my friend.
Yes. But beware her gods, the bearded devils, the ones with the snakes. They can communicate with each other. If any of them see you, they will quickly spread word of your presence throughout the ship. Which is what happened last time.
Have we had a long rest?
Yes.
I think I can help you with that. Just a hunch.
Well, thank you for the information.
You're very welcome. Now, Hellriders, on me! And he just starts rising up, walking, striding purposefully, as if climbing an invisible stair. And the spirits of the Hellriders fall in behind in a ragtag column, drifting up like a big long thread of ants as you see them disappearing up higher and higher until they disappear in the roiling storm clouds. And the line of spirits follows behind, the tail end of it eventually passing you and rising up and disappearing as the Hellriders escape Avernus. And
Good for
that,
them.
my dear adventurers, is a level up for all of you.
Oh shit!
Yes!
Oh
In session,
yeah.
rare in-session level up.
Oh, let's do this,
Hey.
boys.
Hyper
I was literally
rare.
just thinking, like, I wonder if we're gonna level up soon. Level 9.
Yes, I was very stingy, I'm sorry.
No, it's
Haven't-
cool.
Haven't leveled up since
My
September.
14th level players haven't leveled up in 6 months. I need you to know that.
I was tempted to go for that record, but no.
Optional feature manager. What the hell is this?
Level up hype. You have some hype in chat from our neighbor in Taiwan.
Hi.
Everyone,
Thank
while
you, light.
my players are drooling over their level up, everyone, do give Carney Sideshow a check. They are running a modern D&D campaign in Waterdeep, right, Carney? So, in Waterdeep, but
Oh my god.
a rather different Waterdeep than you'll be familiar with, I'm sure.
Oh
You
my
can
god.
Give him a look.
That sounds really cool.
Alright,
Saturday,
I'm finished.
Saturday
I'm
mornings
finished.
for us. Friday evenings in the States.
This is difficult.
Yes,
I have some
the
really
fight is finished
good
quickly,
spells.
of course. Oop. Okay, done and done.
I have Indomitable. I rolled an 8 on mine.
I will roll my
Yeah, what's
Oh
the
my-
HP? HP. What you get? What you get?
6 plus what's my con?
Yeah, with your con. Although that's automatic on D&D Beyond.
Sweet.
Just add what your roll was to the rolled total. Okay, I shall let you play around with that as we carry on.
I'm a little bit less weak.
Hooray! So, it's done. What would you like to do? You have been told to visit the Tower of Urn. You now know where the Bleeding Citadel lies if you follow the skull of Haraman. El Turel is just over there.
If we can get to that citadel.
Oh, Baldur's Gate. I'm sorry, Connie. Not Waterdeep. Baldur's Gate.
If we
Where
can
we
get
started.
Hmm.
Sorry. go ahead.
to that bar, Zariel's not there right now.
We have to get the sword first, though.
Why?
Lulu kind of buzzes around. She's like, if Altus is tucked away, do we need to get him now and endanger him around with us? Us big
We're gonna
heroes?
be
Is being a lifeless vessel of a contract in effective torment not the thing that we would want to protect him from being in the first place?
How are we gonna? We're just going to be dragging him around. I want Altus to be back to normal too, but how are we gonna have him not be an empty vessel of a contract?
We could get him and deliver him to Elturel.
Deliver him to Elturel, dump a vial of blood over him to make him not an empty vessel, drop him off with the dragon cultists. That's where he'd want to be anyway.
I don't. Does the blood do that? Any question to the DM? Do we know? Because it breaks contracts, but Altus isn't in a contract. He was dipped in the river Styx. Does it also restore?
He I mean he was the contract, right? It was written on his flesh, so that will have been dealt with. That's if the contract's broken, that would have been removed from him, I think. But you don't know. You have to see what's going on.
Okay. And that first.
Then how can we get up there? Loath though I am to admit, my high jump isn't good enough yet.
How tall is my nest?
Not tall enough.
50 feet. And very
high up?
conspicuous.
How high
Yeah,
up is
that's
it, John?
true.
I'm sorry, Emma?
How high up is it?
It's floating just above the plains, but there's no point of entry right at the bottom. That's just where the soul intake conduit is.
I don't need a door. It just needs to be within. Hang on. 300 feet, I think, or
Okay.
500.
It's not that high.
I can take one person. So, fire more.
Yeah, I was gonna say, take that guy. I'm big.
If shit goes down, I'll just kill them.
I have enough juice to get us in and out once, and then I'm tapped. So
Then we'll have to be quick.
yeah. You know what? Actually, no, I was wrong. I can get us in there a little bit. I can give us a tiny bit of flexibility.
Okay.
But that's about
How
it.
would that work?
I have 3 4th level spells.
Ah, gotcha.
Rather than 2, which I had when I was a level lower. But yeah, I think the statement still stands. So,
Need a side quest, like scrolling text, like side quest.
ah,
Lincoln Firemaw Adventure.
ah. Wait. Problems. Problems we have, which are, for example, that I can take 1 person. Then I can go 3 times. Up, down, and then if we need to go back up again, or if we fuck it up and something goes wrong, I can get us back down again. But if we have altars with us, that's 1 person in the drift, and it ain't gonna be me, because I have to pass a spell.
Well, how many people?
I could... Final, I could turn you into a giant bird.
I mean, that's probably the best thing to do. Alright.
Stunning.
But how well can you fight if you're a bird?
He means coming down.
Big bird.
I see.
That's gonna be
But
me.
that is a fair point. I would not be able to fight as a giant bird very well.
Dimension doors, not concentration. Polymorph is, but that should be fine.
Well, I can carry 4 people. If
On your nest.
if I turn into a giant eagle. But I don't think it would be as smooth an entry as just being there.
I can turn Firemore into a giant eagle and flop out if we want to save magics. There's ways we can do it.
Okay. Blow something up if you need me to be an eagle.
Sorry. The exact sound you said, blow something up, that explosion went off in the thing.
Yeah.
Syrinscape. It's just like, blow something up. Fireball,
Yes.
you can hear that heartbeat. I think it's
That
you.
heart.
Can you hear it in
Heartbeat? Yeah, I
you hear it
can.
in Syrinscape? There is a heartbeat.
Yeah, I can hear it.
All of you become aware of it. Who has the golden heart?
Fire him, of course.
Okay, that's what I guessed right then. And once you become aware of it, it's been like pulling at the edges of your consciousness for a second. And when you become aware of it, you also become aware of the rhythm in your pack or wherever you keep things.
Uh,
You pull out the golden heart. It is beating.
That's fucked up.
Oh, good.
Ugh.
So I have the
You-
skull, you've got the heart, who wants the legs? who wants
raises
the
it up
arms?
and looks around.
Is anything reacting to it? Or do you really think this is the reaction?
I am.
Great,
You
hold
like-
them.
Open.
Sees if it's,
Picking up a signal.
Yeah.
picking up a signal, basically.
solid gold heart. This is now beating. So, Tiffany, yeah.
It's the point when you.
No, I
shove
was
it.
just gonna say. I was just gonna react and be like, who made it do that?
I'm resisting to say I did. GM shuffles up.
Why
Goodbye, architect.
nothing has changed here? I'm looking around like, okay, Orvin still has feathers, Lincoln still has one leg, Firemaw's still red, I'm still short.
Firemaw looks at its glaive. Keeps looking around. And see that there were servants of Tiamat. She wanted me to kill them.
Yes, where did you get this heart? Let's think back on that for a second.
We got this heart at the pillars. In front of the pillars.
What are you saying?
There was a shop of some variety.
Right.
I
It
don't
was a
remember.
Green Abishai.
I don't remember very well. It's
Yeah.
all hazy from that time.
Abishai. Yes. The latest in the line of various coloured Abishai that you have been forced to battle.
Right, that's true. But we killed him.
What came first?
The Abishai or the heart?
No. Which color?
Can you remember?
The white.
White.
The white Abishai up in Elturel. Yes. Then
Right.
Then we were attacked by the black
Black Abishai
outside of
Bell's Forge.
Bell's Ford.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then the green, yes.
And the green in front of the arches of Antioch.
Mm-hmm.
Now the red remains.
The red
And
remains.
blue.
As does the blue.
As does the
But-
blue.
I see nor red nor blue. Well, I see red, obviously.
Chromatic Chaos really has it in for us.
Now we're all like, where's the Abishai?
Son of a bitch.
Is there a
Yeah.
hill nearby that I can?
There's some higher ground. Yeah,
I'll go walk up to some higher ground and
please do.
look into the wastes.
Okay. You see just the red, orangey sands and rocky outcroppings, cuts here and there by vicious black fissures in the rock with gouts of flame and roiling black smoke coming out from below. And you can see from this higher viewpoint far away more devils heading towards the battle beneath the Elturel, led by a much larger devil at the front. You can see across the river, nearby one of the guard towers that dots the riverbanks, to warn of any incursion by abyssal forces. And further still, Elturel, hanging lower than you last saw it, above the river.
Well,
Devils, Elturel, and the waste.
Maybe they were an Elturel.
I look at Horvin to see if he has white eyes or is about to start clacking.
What do you want?
response.
Maybe it wants to go. It wants to go up there with you.
Are we beholden to it?
No,
Are you?
it's just strange.
Yeah.
Don't remember the Green Avishai said anything.
I don't think
He
he
didn't.
did.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
think we just took it from him
far
after
more.
we killed him.
We're bad people.
Some of us.
We did what we had to.
Far more. You
Like-
know, we can. Yeah, that's my name. We can. We can figure this out now, but we can't forget Altus. I know you wouldn't, but I think we have a chance. If you think this isn't something time sensitive, let's get Altus first.
You can hear this heart beating, right?
Yeah, I can, but I don't want us to get caught up in a whole ton of shit as well.
The
And I
heart.
don't want us to miss the chance with Altus.
We can't be seen while we're up there. We have to take out everything if we are seen up there.
Yeah, I can turn us invisible.
He points to the loudly beating heart once again.
What do we have to bring it with us?
Maybe it just wants you to go get Altus. Maybe it loves the love in your heart for Altus. We don't know.
Maybe it ships you and Altus.
Lulu's nodding emphatically. I think that's it. I think that's it.
Fireman Altus, Fireman Altus.
So that's the
Far
OG
more.
ship, that one.
Out of
Yeah.
character.
Looks
Fine,
looks at
well, I
his
will-
looks at his glaive again.
The oldest ship in the fleet.
It is.
Fine, well, I was working off the assumption that this was something you wouldn't mind leaving behind while we went up. But if that's not the case, then yeah, we can rethink.
I'm not convinced that something isn't going to happen.
Right. Okay.
I don't want to leave this with Horvin, only to have him attacked by the blue and the red Avishai at the same time.
Okay, fair enough.
Right, let me get my notebook. Hang on.
Yeah, I can't handle that.
All right.
Well, I'm here, and we've had a long rest.
Let's wait it out a bit then.
We
I think we
DM,
have
we
to
wait for an hour. Go ahead, Emma.
wait for 1 hour. But
We
fine,
can-
well,
we
I think
can-
you have to be the one to make the call when we go get Altus. So
We can begin
I'm
to
gonna
drive,
try.
I suppose. I
That's
can leave it
good with
in. I
me.
can leave it in the car.
No, I think that's fine. Let's make our way over. Keep vigilant.
Sure.
We wait on your call.
I guess
Sweet.
seeing nothing.
Very comforting, isn't it? Having absolutely no idea. I'm just kind of working off of the idea that we're all going to die, but that's just me.
Seeing nothing. I guess we prepare to go towards the vehicles.
Okay,
Nope.
please.
In response to Lincoln saying we're all gonna die, I'm gonna be like, again.
Fuck you.
I don't feel an ethereal pull towards this thing.
No, you do not. It's not
That
trying
was
to
in
achieve.
kinship, not to sass Lincoln.
I get you, I get you.
So, you get back into your vehicles and head off towards the battle.
I seem so.
Okay. Let me bring you back to the map. Okay. So, we are over this side of things. Where are you at? Spitz, there you are. Oop. Okay, I'm just gonna pick over here by the river. As Alanthius brought you to. Get rid of Mad Maggie. Okay. So you get into your machines. And you don't need to roll for this because it's insight. It's like right there. Okay. This one, this is like the shortest distance you've travelled. Apart from maybe, Bell's Forge up to Herman's Hill. But you and then very very quickly back to Bell's Forge. It's like shit, Lincoln's dead. He's disintegrating.
Not
So
not like this.
not like this. And you drive towards, and the large flying fortresses starts to get larger. I'm gonna get this driving sounds. Let's fire up those engines. And yes, you rev up the engines and start heading towards where the battle is taking place. And as you're driving, as I said, the flying fortresses loom closer. And those of you on the exterior, Lincoln, Corvin, Firemore, you start to see the undulating ocean of violence that is the most intense focusing of the Blood War's fury on the banks of the River Styx, as legions after legion of devils and gibbering horde after gibbering horde of demons crash eternally together in that ongoing fight. And it does seem, as you'd heard, that the line of combat, the main front line, does seem to be further inland from the river than it was before. Whereas before it was just right up on the banks of the river, the devils holding the demons back. Now it is inside, and every now and then you can see pockets of demons break off and manage to flank around some of the devils. And you observe this as you're coming down from a rise towards this battle. Still very far away, don't worry. This is a very kind of abstract view you're getting of this from on far.
I knew we shouldn't have freed the demons ever.
Nothing to say.
So, are you heading... Hey Dylan. Are you heading towards the flagship?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep.
So you skirt kind of parallel to the edge of, the kind of the backside of this skirmishing line, this main battle that's happening, and where you can see there are these massive, almost organic-looking cannon-type things that are firing off gouts of hellfire towards the demons, and you just see them arcing over the big, long, dripping trails of fire behind them, almost like magma, as they sail up and over, and then just impacting into the hordes, the writhing hordes of demons, just destroying hundreds, thousands of them, but it's never ending. Now, these things seem to be automatic, or they're being controlled from inside. You don't see large amounts of devils around these hellfire cannons themselves, but you skirt around the back of them and keeping a safe distance and make your way towards where the flagship is hovering, overseeing all of what's happening and what's going on. Now, how far away do you want to park up, for want of a better word?
Sounds like we need to be within 300 feet.
Yeah.
But you're gonna
As
drive
the
within
high-
300 feet?
I can be within 500 feet actually.
100 feet it is.
So 500-ish feet away.
I mean, is it moving?
No,
Is it stationary?
it is. I'm just for being seen is what I was worried about.
How many people can get on the? How many people can fit on the Black Parade?
Just you, I'm afraid.
Okay. Right. I will slow down to indicate that I feel like maybe we should stop them just a little bit out. Is there an outcropping, any kind of rocks, any
Oh
kind
yeah,
of like secure
absolutely.
location?
Yeah, it's a very broken terrain back here.
Nestle in there. Nestle in there.
Okay. So you find a ravine between some, these big jagged outcroppings of rock that are up. God, that noise gets me every time. There's one like click or like sound. It sounds really different to the rest of the sounds. It just sounds like I'm hearing it from in the room here. It's just like, what is that? Like, every time. Sorry. It was worse when Michael was here upstairs. I was just like, what's he doing up there?
I don't hear clicking, so maybe you have a ghost.
Maybe. But it's definitely in this sound set. I only hear it in this sound set. So, thank you, Syrinscape. Give me a taste of my own medicine. I can't complain really. So,
Right.
you hide the war machines. You think safely out of sight,
I think so.
and
Okay.
start to make your way on foot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just
Now, what
Us two
precautions
or
are you
those
taking?
Chill here with all the stuff. I imagine.
Yep, you with Theo as well.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And I'm gonna look at Fireball before y'all go, and I'm gonna be like, "Are you keeping the heart, or?"
Now I have to leave it here if it's beating this loudly.
Yeah, right.
okay. Before we go up, I'm gonna do a whole bunch of shit because I'm scared. So, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to just sing under my breath. When I was a young boy, my father, and then the rest of the song. And I'm gonna do Bardic Inspiration
Nice.
for Mantle of Majesty. No. Yeah, Mantle of Inspiration, sorry. I'm gonna give 8 temporary HP to one of this.
Okay. Good move.
I am going to empty my bag of tricks.
Okay.
Which I get. I
Well,
need a.
Firemaw, he's gonna be invisible up there, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Okay, never mind. You
Yeah,
don't need any
the
animals then.
invisibility.
Goodbye.
Yeah, it definitely seems like stealth is the way this time.
Yeah. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep singing. My father took me into El Churro to see the Hell Riders, and I'm gonna give Firemore just generic inspiration.
Good.
Okay.
Cool.
Inspiration. Boom.
And 8 temporary HP. How many? I think I might have.
They don't stack, so you have to choose one.
Oh no! I was just thinking my HP is. I wonder if I might have messed up my HP, but I'll figure that out later. Okay. I think before invisibility, that's everything I can do.
Hold on. Don't go just yet.
Don't go breaking my heart.
Oh, I had something nicer than that.
So yeah, what other things are we dealing with here?
I know, I'm sorry. I have blur, but I thought I had something better.
I mean, I'm wearing this giant suit of armor. It will make it very difficult to sneak, but I'm also not very good at sneaking normally. And should we be found, I'm also not very good at dodging.
Okay, I give you
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you my cloak of elven kind.
Oh, that's actually a good idea.
Which gives you advantage on
Is there
dexterity
achievement?
on stealth checks.
Oh, that puts me at normal.
So I
Oh.
give you that. I'm gonna copy and paste this into the Discord in a second.
I know it a cloak. It's fine.
All right.
Thank you.
And
And you got
then
your boots of elven kind too. Like,
I do. Okay, I'm gonna ask. Do you want to be? No, because it has to be. It's within 120
area, yeah.
feet. Yeah. Okay, can't do that. Well, I can make you. Let's make you blurry. So I'm going to cast blur.
duration.
Oh no. Can
I'm
I
gonna
only
put-
do
hold
that on myself? It says your body becomes blurred.
Range self.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here's
Yeah,
the
and
closest we can find. The end.
It's concentration a minute, so it's Don't
John,
worry
I know
about
this is probably going to be negated immediately because we're going to be invisible, but I'm going to also put the hood of my cloak because that gives disadvantage on perception investigation checks against me.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, cloak
Okay.
it up. Thank you, Tarina. This will be very helpful. Oof.
Excellent.
So to fire more, what I want to say is we're not going to be able to see each other, so we need to hold hands.
You, Stefan. Thank you.
Alternatively, I could just piggyback on your back and you could carry me.
I mean,
What do you feel about
You
this?
should do that one.
I like both of those.
yeah, let's
as
piggyback.
images go.
I've always
Piggyback.
I had this idea as I've gotten better at fighting that I can fight, right? And I was thinking Tarina would do it because she's a lot smaller, but like having like a spellcaster on my
Oh
back.
my gosh!
Why
Yes!
haven't you opened your mouth
like a
sooner?
little like a baby backpack. Yes. Colvin, tie me on.
My AC is like 18, so it would be like armor and weapon.
My AC is also 18 as it was.
I am weak.
Tank.
Well, never
My
mind.
AC is
Go
not
up.
18. My armor class is 12.
When you say I'm the party's tank, it's like literally a tank. It's like, jump.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Like a toddler being carried. I'll get a little bit of my rope and just kind of like tie a sort of note. You know when there's knots where you can easily just like pull a cord and it like unravels,
Yep.
but it's secure enough.
Yes.
Do that.
Okay. So yeah, you
Sweet.
prepare yourselves. Thoroughly prepare yourselves.
Yeah.
And start
Okay.
heading towards.
they would love this shit back at the fighting pits. I miss
Yeah.
those guys.
Well, hopefully they're all still alive when you go back up. Many decades will have passed.
They're probably dead.
I have an adopted family that's just going to be like old. Sweet. So, basically, once we go invisible, okay,
Yes.
we have an hour to get all this. But I can do that again.
I think he might be by the command deck.
Okay. Now, Vimor, this is going to be very hard for you, but I need you to just try your best. If you hit anything while we're invisible, it's going to go away.
I won't hit anything.
Promise.
Right, that's fun wording. I'm not going to press it because I trust you and you're my friend.
Hmm.
Sweet. Now,
Shut up, computer. Excuse me. Sorry for everyone's hearing that.
I also have a few little tricks up my sleeve if we need to like wiggle our way out of some sticky situations without using magics or swords That
DM presses the sticky situation button.
neat.
Click.
Until that point, you ready to go invisible?
Okay, I am using this crashed flying fortress to represent Zariel's. It is not crashed.
Okay,
Let's go.
let's go. Right,
Alright.
I'm going to cast. Yep, I'm going to cast
So
invisibility.
And just for my double checking
At
here, once you
third
cast
level.
invisibility, Firemore, you have the cloak
Oh
as well,
shit!
right?
Sorry, I'm going to go
Yeah.
up first. I'm going to go up first. Yeah.
the-
Dimension door up.
Just a sec. So the cloak negates your disadvantage, and then the invisibility will give you advantage. Excellent.
Sweet. Great.
So
I also just realised my mistake. We're going to dimension door up. The moment we land, I'm casting invisibility on us.
Okay.
Literally like the split second. There's going to be like a 0.5 like millisecond leeway, which could make or break this completely. But I'm trying to just not think about that. So, this could be a very quick trip. I cast Dimension Door,
yes.
1/4 level slot down.
So how does that look?
I would like to arrive. What can I see? What can I see on this fun little Earthforged thing? We
You
have
can-
Zariel boy.
You can make out. Oh, Colby, could you nuke the spam?
On it.
When you get nearby, you see the section of the fortress that you entered from before, through the Stygian dock. So you know roughly what's beyond the outside shell of the flying fortress at that point. So that would probably be your best bet, because anything else would be a guess.
We're gonna give it a go. Alright, we go. We're off. In. Holy shit.
So
Okay.
Lincoln
Mhm.
and Firemore are seen by the others from your vantage points up above this rocky gorge where you've hidden the war machines. You see them crouching low and running across the sands down towards the flying fortress, hoping to all the gods and whoever else you fancy that all of its attention is on the blood war which is ranging out in the distance beyond it towards the river. And you see them, Orvin, Tarina, scuttling across the sands together. And then you see, just on the edge of your vision, you can still make them out. You see the minute figure of Lincoln jump up on Firemore's back, and then shoop, they disappear. Now,
I was
Firemore.
definitely on his back as we walked over.
That's
I would
good.
not take them away from Trina.
Okay. Firemore and Lincoln, you feel that strange, disconcerting feeling of being whisked through the air from one spot to the other. And you find yourselves inside in a deserted corridor.
Oh, thank fuck. Okay.
And immediately cast invisibility.
We have an hour.
Then we will begin.
So Lincoln makes the effort to whisper, and you're just like, yep, okay, let's go.
Let's go. And
We will
get
begin
ready.
to walk towards the area where we accessed the command deck previously, if we can find it.
Both of you, or one of you with advantage, give me survival check.
How's that look for you?
What's your
Hang on.
plus?
I have a
Let me
plus
check.
1.
I have a +4.
Alright, make that with
So-
advantage.
So yeah, Lincoln with advantage.
Okay, it's 18.
Excellent.
11 and a 14 on the dice.
With that roll, you managed to remember the routes you took before, having
I
been
was
here.
directions.
I knew that visit was worth something.
Was.
Not just the joy, the fun of killing Faithius Krieg again.
Okay.
Now, both of you need to make a stealth check with advantage, please.
Oh my god,
That's
one was a
cocked.
natural one.
14.
Okay.
You have inspiration if you want to use it.
It's already with advantage.
Me too.
How'd you go, Emma?
22.
22. Nice. You slowly and quietly make your way through. The occasional slight, ever so slight clink from Quimor's armor, or the scuff of a boot. And a couple of times you pull up short and duck round a corner as you hear marching feet. Jump, 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 jump. As a devil, a bearded devil as you saw before, marches past down the corridor. You see the way off that you took before, which went to the prison area where Thavius Krieg was being kept, and is no longer. Carry on. And with that impressive stealth check and survival check, you manage to both remember where to go and avoid the patrols in the lower deck. Meanwhile, out on the plains of Avernus, our humble folk duo and our humble wood denier are hanging out, looking nervously at the war machine, almost willing for any sign of what's happening inside, but completely unable to see anything that's going on. And with your attention so focused on
No.
the flying fortress, you almost get a terrible shock. You kind of start a bit as you hear a sudden voice from behind you. How fare you all on this beautiful day in the Blood War? And you
Hello.
turn around, striding across the rock towards you. You see a blue Abishai, its bearded chin strutting forth, wings furled behind it. How fare you?
Grand.
I think we've been doing pretty swell.
I think I saw you up at Tiamat's monument, did I not?
Oh, you must have.
You seemed rather chummy with the boss man. What dealings did you have with Arkan?
A conversation. He knew, they love Tiamat, the Dragonborn.
Yes, we do.
Just
Seems
delivering
like a
some
grand
information.
Dragon.
Well, you must have conducted yourselves favorably, as you're all still alive.
We're a likable bunch.
What are you doing down here? Playing tourists? Taking in the view? And he does a grand sweep of his arm towards the blood war raging far away.
I think you could say that.
resting on our laurels.
Definitely an interesting show. What
There's
would
a
you
great,
say?
there's a great piece of art actually in the book, which kind of reminiscent of your spot right now. There's this little imp looking down on the blood war. You see that?
'Tis us.
There you are.
We feel the imp.
What? Emma, no.
There she went.
There we go. I found it again.
Bing.
So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
there you go. You see the ranks of devils and the flying machines. That's about how high they're flying. There you go. You see that? There. So many great pictures in here. And a great map too. Is the physical version of what you've got on your screen at the moment. Which we never got to
Ta-da.
In-person gaming. Remember that.
Does it talk?
It's got little push me buttons on it. Like those birthday cards or something. No. I'm afraid not. Now. The Abishai comes kind of like loping over. Huh. Excuse my manners. Sirique. Pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. Is that his name, or was it a language?
Yes.
Yeah.
that we
No,
don't
is
speak?
it, yeah, Sirique is his name.
Oh, I thought he was
Siliquea.
translating. I thought he was like Siliquea. Pleasure to
Right.
meet you. Like translating, and I
Right,
was
right,
like, what? Okay. Tarina.
Orvin, this is Theo.
Hello there. Really nice to really nice to meet you.
Wow. Just wow.
It's like he's in the room with us.
Shut up. All right. I did my best.
I mean, you've got his intonation down.
I know the guy.
So, you are talking to this Sirique and carries on. And like tilts his head. Interesting sound. Are you nervous? In love? Carrying a golden heart?
We obviously interest you. Care to tell us what you want?
Oh,
Tarina's just so over it. She's so done.
I'm just here to help.
Kind of in surprise, Orvin will kind of like look down at Tarina, like his eyes kind of wide, like, oh. Mm-hmm. Help. Help.
He looks shrewdly at you, Horvin. He's like, would you like a history lesson?
Oh. I think you've clocked me quite well, sir. Yes.
Do you know the origin of that heart? From whence it came?
No, but I'd love to.
His name was Severin Silragin.
Severin Sylvan.
Give me a history check, actually, Horvin.
I was about to ask.
His mouse was poised over the button. Ooh, that was
Okay.
almost a 1.
Yeah. But I have advantage on it, so. Ah!
Yep.
Yeah. That's a 20. 27?
Nice. A natural 20?
Yes.
Hey! Natural 20.
Pew, pew, pew.
Pipe. Yay. Now, you see. Oh, sorry, stupid. You hear that name. And it rings a bell. And you've read about that particular figure. And
What
you
was the name
remember
one more time?
it was the leader of one of the many dragon cults, the worshippers of Tiamat, where Altus first appeared. One of the main leaders of one of the larger dragon cults up in the material plane. And your new Abishai friend says, yes, and confirms your recollection. He was a leader of one of the dragon cults who foolishly tried to summon Tiamat to the material plane. The arrogance. In punishment, his heart was taken from him and turned into this little trinket.
Seems like an odd punishment.
Really? A worthy addition to his queen's hoard, wouldn't you say?
Ah, that's true.
For sure, but the turn of phrase is, I mean,
Heart of gold.
heart of gold.
Quite the punishment for someone who worships evil, wouldn't you say?
I'd
Now-
say that sounds fitting.
That's ancient history. How about we talk about what could be?
We don't sign contracts.
Oh, no. The potential of that artifact, the latent magic that resides within it, needs but a trigger to change it into something much more powerful.
Really?
Yes, indeed. If you will allow me, I could unlock that potential for you.
You have to have the heart in your possession to unlock the potential.
No, you can keep hold of it.
And then we turn into flaming dragon carcasses or...
Right, that's a good point, Tarina. What exactly is the potential?
It has the potential to become a much stronger artifact.
Theo, you hold it.
Oh, yes, if you'd like me to, yes, I don't see why not.
Unironically, Theo probably has the better strength of the three of us, so
I hope Mason watches
just
this
in
back.
case.
And what's in it for you?
Oh. I know what your friends are about. Helping out devotees of our queen. I've seen that you're in league with our boss man, Arkan the Cruel, Lebanmarsh. Maybe next time you put in a good word for me. What say you?
I think that sounds fair.
I don't think that would be very hard to do.
Reputation is everything. In the eyes of
I
our
agree.
queen.
Can't wait to find out what we get, so when Lincoln and Firemaw get back, we could be like, look what we got!
Yeah. Let's do it.
Are you gonna make Theo hold it?
Two bumbling, Humblewood surface dwellers just casually
Sure.
making deals with Abishai.
Corbin's gonna like
You know,
Theo,
this,
you hold
this is
it.
this has been Firemaw's thing. Like he's been hanging out with Tiamat for a while. Seems to be going all right for him. Why don't we get it on it?
Yeah, let's try.
yeah. Corbin
Just
will like
Lincoln scream.
Hogging all the dragon fun?
hop up onto the tour bus and down into it, and bring out this heart.
Okay.
And
Meanwhile,
Mm,
inside, Firemore with It's new,
Lincoln pulls out a bowl
new
of
for Christmas
curry.
2020. Bard on your back. He's got a bard on his back. He's got a
Forget
bard
elf
on his
on the
back.
shelf.
Everybody wants a bard on their back.
It's gotta have a good. It's gotta have a good jingle. It's a bard on a back.
Yes.
You've got your bard back, bard backpack. You got your backpack, bard. Your back.
Let me see if I can remember this properly.
Bard on your back.
It rolls down the stairs, fits under chairs, goes over the neighbor's dog. It's great for a snack. It fits on your back. It's bard on your back. It's
Hey, that's fine.
log. Sorry.
Log.
So that's Ren and Stimpy from a
Ren-
long,
Yeah.
long time ago. When I was
It's
in
not that long
Oh,
ago.
it bloody is. It was when I was in school.
It's-
Originally. You were watching reruns, my dear.
Yeah, I guess that was.
Yeah.
I don't know. I remember seeing it when I was 8 and being like, "Mom wouldn't let me watch this."
Yeah,
Sure.
But Dad was letting me watch it.
Lincoln, sorry, apparently, according to chat, bards are always a snack.
1991. It's as old as I am. It's not that old.
Oh, good God. Now, I gotta stop making these references to long ago. Date myself. So,
I won't tell you what year I was born.
and Stephanie, don't ship that. Mentioned dating myself.
No.
I was gonna say.
We were 3
That's me.
or 4 out of 5 of us were alive when that show was running, so
Bonus.
it's not that old.
There we go. Yeah, that makes me feel
Given
better.
the company.
Now, you, Firemour, with your copyright pending bard on your back.
I'm gonna make tons of fucking money once I get back to.
You're making your way through the interior
With
of
creative inspiration.
the flying fortress. Now, you successfully navigated the lower decks. I need one more roll for the upper decks. For your stealth. The survival check stands. You remembered the route.
17 on both of the dice.
Nice.
Okay. That wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Huh?
But I had bad rolls both times, so 6 and a 15. So
Okay.
15 plus. Sorry, the iPad has this habit of losing itself. Dirty 20.
Nice.
Dirty 20.
So, again, with the advantage given to you by your invisibility and this cloak of elven kind, right, Stephanie?
Correct.
Yes. You very stealthily and quietly make your way, continuing up. You see, as you climb higher, so does the rank of the devils that you see moving around. And gone are the lowly foot soldiers of the lower decks. You start to see barbed devils and the like moving around with bearded devils accompanying them. And the security seems more than it was before, now that you're here near the front lines and not in the relative safety of the Stygian docks.
I haven't thought. So maybe these things have true sight. No, I didn't say anything. Cool. I didn't say anything. They're fine. They don't.
When you're this sneaky, it's fine.
Yeah.
Good question.
This is great.
4 hours
No,
of
no, no, no.
combined.
I got a 17 on both of the dice. Even if I didn't have advantage, I'd be there.
They could
Bob's
just not give
Yeah, I'm
us.
20.
Senses. Dark vision. That is all.
I hate this. I hate this.
I don't
Yeah.
even think that high-level devils have true sight, do they?
And you
No.
hear them. You hear the barbed
I
devils
think
like
it might
barking
be-
orders at the bearded devils with in infernal. Neither of you speaks infernal, do you? Or do you now?
I do.
Right, you do now, don't you? Yes.
I
So
do.
you- Oh, but oh, really? Oh, good. Oh,
Yeah.
Daddy dearest.
You chose the right person to go with you, Layton.
So yeah,
I
you
have
hear the...
celestial, common, and infernal, obviously.
The
Makes
glaive
sense.
gives me infernal.
Makes sense. Unlike Stephanie's languages, I heard about your little
No one
metagaming,
told me
Emma.
otherwise.
No,
No one told me otherwise.
No one told you otherwise, and Emma specifically told you that was a good idea. I heard about your little metagaming journey, but before our game started.
No. She found out about it
Really?
after and said, "I'm never gonna get to use deep speech. It was a stupid choice." And then she encouraged. She made me feel better about my choices.
I
is
see,
what
I see.
happened.
That is what happened.
There was no meta.
Well, enjoy it while it lasts. You're gonna have to come up with
no,
some
don't
fairly
threaten me.
cunning backstory the next time round.
It's a secret DM nugget, I think. Deep speech is the safe space in which we like to put all of our dirty
Next
secrets.
character I make is gonna have deep speech, and I'm gonna have a reason to know it. I'm gonna spend a lot of time inventing a reason to know deep speech.
This
What's-
is
Fell
gonna
in
be the
love with
joke now on
Mind
John's
Flayer.
channel is that everyone
He
tries
trusts
to
me with
find
his
a way to get.
tentacle.
Emma, what's the? I'm having a mental block. I'm being so stupid. What's the creature that lives?
Aberration.
No, but that reminded me. Thank you. Aboleth is what I was trying to remember.
Oh right, I thought you were asking what creatures
Oh,
have the deep
the
speech.
sea deep one.
Yeah, with the 3 eyes
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
front, like the Stone of Galore
Aboleth.
and Dragon Heist.
I love
Spoilers.
that shit. I
Um,
love that shit.
It turns out the reason that Tarina has deep speech is because there is an aboleth in the oasis next to her village, and all of them are just thralls of the aboleth.
You know what else? Right, Humblewood is based off of like humble folk, right? Like woodland creatures. What if there's like a sort of sub-race of humble folk which are based off of monsters like aboleths? A humble aboleth. Just like a little fish monster with 3 eyes walking around Humblewood like, hey guys, be my servants, be my slaves, come to the watery dunes.
Ooh, tempting.
So
Now-
anyway,
Tarina, by the way,
Yep.
if you ever like start boasting,
No.
about the fact you have a direct line to the Elder Heart and you talk with the Elder Heart himself, does that count as a humble brag?
Holy shit.
Sure.
Sorry.
For sure, 100%.
I will now go home. No, I'll stay here. Now.
I was gonna say, you
hear-
are home. And I was like, no, you're not.
Speaking of infernal, as we were a while ago, you hear the barbed devils like just barking orders at the bearded devils that are with them, and just general day-to-day military stuff. Maintain a guard here. You understand all that kind of stuff. But you do hear one thing that is music to your ears, musicians mine, as you hear them mention they have to keep tight security whilst Zariel is away. So you do confirm that she is not here. Meanwhile,
I can use the bathroom.
no worries. We whoosh back outside, and we see a little cluster of folk atop this rocky outcropping. A blue Abishai looking towards 3 friends. Theo in the middle, cradling this beating golden heart. Tarina and Horvin excitedly looking on in
It's like a
anticipation.
nativity scene.
And Lulu, as well, buzzing around behind you, warily looking at the Abishai. You know that age-old D&D saying? Never split
Oh,
Ah.
fuck.
party.
Fucking hell.
The blue Abishai casts on the heart to their fairness. They were honest about that. The blue Abishai casts chain lightning.
No! Fucking hell. I should have.
They reach
I
out
don't
with
know
their
what this
hands,
This is my fault.
and you all
This is my
smile. Oh, here it comes! And crackle! The big gout of lightning crashes out, hits into the Heart of Gold, which, to his credits, does transform into something if you live to see it. And from the Heart of Gold, 3 beams of lightning bounce off it and hit the 3 of you. Now,
Holy shit.
I need.
Oh my god.
Let's see. Here it comes.
I'm gonna doodle a
The Syrinscape
backpack
music is so good.
Lincoln for merch.
Okay. I need a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, the battle music. How unexpected.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah. It's the Abishai. Did it betray?
Who would have guessed?
Yep.
7.
16.
So that's 7 and a 16.
Yes.
Okay, and Theo.
Whatever. Yep.
Theo gets 15. Even with his +7. Okay, so that means all of you take full damage, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Which is 51 lightning damage.
Oh
But we're
my
all gonna die.
Not Lincoln and Firewall.
Oh, hang on, I need to do Theo's level up as well. At least give him his HP. He needs those.
Yeah. How many HP do you have, Firewall?
92.
Okay, my HP suddenly makes a lot more sense. 71 with my +8.
I have 54.
Yeah, you have +8.
Oh yes.
I'm glad I.
Oh yeah, with +8, 100.
I'm sorry.
Jesus McFrickin' Christ. That's a lot of HP.
How are we doing?
With the +8, I have 11.
Right, okay, so yes, please minus that from your totals there. And let me just quickly do this here. Okie doke. Manage HP. 8. Sorry. Oh, I rolled the maximum HP for... There we go. Oh. Alright. Okay, I need some initiative, please, people.
Let's see. Sorry, my computer bunked up.
No problem.
Okay, 10.
Okay.
And then 10.
Yeah.
So let's add you. Or... Oh. So it was a 10 for Trina.
Both of us.
And Horvin, okay. Thank you. Let's do that there. Let's do this. And where is that gone? Not that. There we go. And this, please. Okay. That's his done. And Theo is going to be ridiculous. How do we go, Theo? Alright, 22 for Theo. Oh, hang on. Let me not do you a disservice here. We have Lulu as well. Get everyone in your corner as we can. As many people as possible. Lulu. Alright. Get this in descending order. Excellent. So, let's get this in all visible as well for you guys. Theo, of course, is first. And I think right out the gates, I'm going to use his new ability. And okay, it's the Abishai. Okay. So, Theo, as he recovers, and you're like just like almost your muscles all kind of tensed up from this lightning that's just coursed through your bodies, and Theo kind of like steps between you, like Horvin, he kind of thrusts whatever this heart has become towards you. It's kind of like an orb shape now, not a dragon kind, of course. It's not that easy. He thrusts it towards you, Theo, Horvin, and he steps between him. He's like, "No, that was a dirty trick. You shouldn't have done that. I call you out, sir. I call you out." And and he's using his new level ability, which is Panache, and he has succeeded in a persuasion check, which means that Abishai has disadvantage against anyone that's not him. So,
Interesting.
yes. But of course, the Abishai does not know that, so if they end up fighting you, that'll be useful. And I think that is all he can do. Let's just quickly check for bonus actions. Yep, that's all he's going to do for the moment here. He's going to use his bonus action to use his steady aim, which will give him advantage on his next attack roll. So, that's happening there. And that is Lulu's turn. Now, Lulu comes flying in and protectively comes in front of you and blasts out with her magic trumpet of blasting. It comes out. She blasts at the Abishai. "You stay away from my friends!" And she does a she does the trumpet of blasting, and that is a Constitution saving throw from the Abishai. Where are you, sir? Okay, con save. Oh, not one of his special ones. Okay. Unfortunately, he passes the con save, but I think that still takes half damage. Yes. Give me that damage. Okay. So that is 5d6. And let's stay here. Oh, nice. That is 28 damage. 28 thunder damage. On that. And then she just flies around near you all and stays close. Now, it is the blue Abishai's turn, and they flap their wings and rise up in the air, rising up 30 feet above you, looking down, smirking at you all. And they are going to... Let's see here. The good news is they only get one of those chain lightnings a day.
Good news!
Huzzah! Okay. Oh yes, let's do that.
Huzzah.
Yes. Okay. You just see him smile evilly and cast some magic about his person, and his form shimmers and he becomes invisible. And Horvin, your turn.
Can I cast Counterspell as a reaction to that?
Yes, indeed.
Alright, I'm going to cast a 4th level Counterspell on that.
So how does that work again? Remind me. I haven't been used to that yet.
So it's a reaction. So if the spell is 3rd level or lower, it just fails, no effect. If it is 4th level, I make an ability check, which he would have to pass 10 plus the spell's level, so 14.
It's okay. It was. Oh no, it's level 4.
It is level 4.
Yeah, it is level 4. Yeah. So what does he have to do? Sorry.
Ability check, using spell casting ability. DC is 10 plus 4, so 14.
14. DC 14.
Oh, hold on.
Yep.
Equals the on a success the creature spell fails. So I make the DC after.
Okay, so you interrupt the creature in the process of casting the spell. 4th level or higher, make an ability check with your ability, spellcasting ability, yep. And it has to be 14 or higher, yes. So that's a plus 2 for you.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's see. 15.
15, that's enough. So it smirks and looks down at you and goes like to cast this magic on it. But Horvin, you just reach up your hand and sorceress energies erupt from your fingers and disrupt his casting, and the invisibility fades. And he looks vexed. Grr. And it's your turn, Horvin. Serena, you're next. And you can still see him.
Perfect. So just kind of absently holding this thing, I'm not even going to take a minute to look at it.
Yep.
I'm sizing up, like, the distance, because he said he's up 30 feet. He
Yep, 30
flew straight up 30 feet.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, on him, I'm going to cast Synaptic Status.
Okay. Do it.
So this spell is an intelligence check, DC 15.
Okay.
It says psychic energy explodes on a point within range, which 120 feet. Each creature has to make an intelligence saving throw. His intelligence score is higher than 2, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Very much so.
So, on a failed save, he takes 8d6 psychic damage and half on a success.
Okay, so you're making the check or he's making a save? Which is it?
He has to make an intelligence save.
Thank you. Okay, so let me bring that up. Intelligence. What's your DC?
15.
Can you see that in chat?
Hold on.
In Roll20 chat.
You rolled a 15?
It's right on the nose with a plus
Oh
12.
my-
It's got plus 12.
Jeez.
I rolled a natural 1 and a 3.
Oh my god.
So he just passed, but just by the skin of his teeth. So half damage.
Okay.
Skin of his scales.
So that is. Sorry, hold on. Okay, I guess the number pad just doesn't work. Okay, 17 psychic damage.
That halved to 17.
Yeah, that's half. Yeah.
That's half. Okay, thank you. Just give me the full amount. So I'll round it down.
Oh, okay.
But thank you. Okay. And that seems to hit home as hard as you would hope. Doesn't seem to be resistant to that. He's just like, ah, just like winces and clutches at his head as he's flying up there in the sky. Okay. Thank you. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna move away from him a little bit and away from the others.
Okay. How far away?
Probably about 10 feet.
Okay. Gotcha. Serena.
You said he's 30 feet up in the air. How
He is.
far away is he from us?
He was
Like-
close by, like when he cast the lightning bolt.
So he's just like up there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I am going to cast Insect Plague. Woo! It's a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point I choose, and I choose the Abishai, so wherever that space is in the air.
Yeah.
The saving throw is a Constitution save of 16.
Okay. Con save. He gets a natural 1.
Whoa!
Yes!
Does not like bugs.
And- okay. So...
Nicely done.
Yep.
Nicely done. Yeah, right. Killer. Plus 12. Vicious.
24 piercing.
24 piercing. Nice.
Yes.
Okay, so what kind of bugs are we looking at here?
They are biting locusts. I don't
Yeah,
have.
desert locusts,
I don't
yeah.
get a choice.
Yeah, not at all. So you just thrust your arm up, and just this cloud emits, from your hand, and just spreads out into this buzzing, angry cloud of locusts. And they just swirl around him, and you can see they're just like biting and just attacking him. And what was the damage again, please?
24.
24.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Nicely done. And that takes us to the end of that round. So,
And I can, if I
excuse me.
have this right, I can cast Healing Word as a bonus action. I
what's the
figured that out.
casting time on the first one?
Oh, second blade. One action.
One action.
Sorry.
Okay.
The way it works, okay? You can
Yeah.
cast one leveled spell that has a casting time of a bonus action, and one cantrip. Okay. So if your main
Okay.
spell is a bonus action, after that you can also cast a cantrip as your action. But this spell is an action, so that's your full go this time.
Okay, so when it says Healing Word is 1 BA,
That's
it
bonus
just.
action.
And I would have to cast that first, and then I could do only a cantrip.
Yes,
Okay.
that's right.
And I'm also gonna back up from being right under him.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. And Lincoln. Firemore. Your turn. Okay, when we get to the end of the round, we'll be visiting you. So, you are, with the change of music, somewhat more dramatically making your way through the flying fortress. Okay, and you're climbing up through, avoiding the patrols. Kind of Mission Impossible now. This kind of music. And you are approaching where you know the bridge to be. So, what's the plan when you get to the bridge?
We were told close at hand, so there's got to be a room nearby, right? It's not gonna be on the bridge, is he?
I'm on the back. Just like turtle position.
You did.
I'm not with it.
Like I said, he's not gonna be on the bridge, right?
Would you?
Fine, hey. Do you know where to go?
No.
Cool. Neither. Just pick a direction and keep going.
Okay, I guess we have to start searching.
Left or right? What are our options, John? Left, right, kind of vibe?
All right,
Or-
yeah, you come to a T-junction, let's say, near where the bridge is. If you go left, it will go towards the entrance to the bridge.
Okay, on 3 we say the direction I think we should go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Right.
Hey!
Okay, good shit.
Team!
Done it! Lincoln almost whoops, but then his sad comes back and goes, okay, come on. Right. To the right.
So I guess we head down to the right.
Okay, look.
Try search.
Hopefully it's the right way.
I hope so. That's why I picked it.
What's fun is, even if I'd said left, I would have had no choice in the matter because I can't physically move us.
Just puppeteering the Dragonborn.
I'm going to look at a regular volume but just know that I'm whispering.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. I'm assuming. Okay. Can you both, same as before, you can both roll, or one with advantage, an investigation.
Investigation? Like, let me... I don't know.
Thanks for the follow.
I'm really not intelligent. Investigation, I only have a +1. 0. Better than that then. Okay, advantage? You do have inspiration, but save that when you need it.
That's the idea.
Ooh! Fuck though, the natural ones are coming out in full force. I got 19 on one,
Okay.
so that's a death 20. The other one was a natural one, so I'm in fear.
They're just skirting around the edges, causing you trouble. So,
Too close for comfort. Oh! That's it.
so you make your way down to the right, narrowly avoiding a patrol that comes. The thing is, right, they're not being stealthy here in their own home ground. You can hear them marching, like lumping around in their big armored boots, much as Firewall would be in normal circumstances. And you duck into a room and out of the way, and you find an empty spot to hide as this patrol comes by. And as you're looking around and trying to get a feel for the layout of the deck, going on the experience you've had from the decks below, you think, and you manage to figure out with that investigation roll, that non-natural 20, you do manage to figure out where you think that style of room would be. Right? You've got to get the layouts. You've figured out the layout from lower decks. Yeah. You've been in the bridge. You know how much space it takes up on this top level. So you managed to find a spot, and you think you're going in the right direction. And as you
Okay. I've heard that for storing vessels, Zariel likes to use Scandinavian minimalism design, and that suits this colour scheme really well. So I think we're in the right direction.
Isn't that Yevgeny? He inspired Zara.
Yeah. Fair.
Okay. So yeah, and also I think investigating the infernal markings up on the sides of the corridors as well, you managed to find out that you're going in the right direction here.
Oh, I also forgot I read Infernal and it says yeah.
Contract storage.
Sweet, you saw it too. Let's go.
Yeah, contract vault.
I like how the two most serious people are having like this
adventure. I'm glad we're not
Animaniac.
finding advertise. Sorry, guys.
Indeed, Dylan. Thank God for Scandinavian minimalism. Okay, so you make your way in the right direction, and you come to the edge of a junction in the corridors here, and again check the infernal markings and know which way to go as you peek well, you don't have to peek, you just step around with your invisibility. As you look around the corner, you do see a guard posted in front of a door. And we shall circle back round to Theo at that point. Theo's like, "Ah, you coward, get down here!" And let's see, what can he do at range? He can throw a dagger. Wow.
It's almost as bad as me. Almost.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, so Theo, like looks shrewdly up at this Abishai flapping its wings and hovering above you, and he thinks to himself, I think a well-placed dagger should make short work of that menace. And he rolls. If only it was dagger, dagger, dagger. Just the one, I'm afraid. But he gave himself advantage with his steady aim. Da-da-da-da. Yes, that is good. That is a dirty 20. So that definitely hits. Actually, yeah. We're not down. Oh, yeah, it just hits. So he manages to, narrows his eyes shrewdly and whoosh. And as he throws the dagger, you, having seen this before, you know what's going on. You see a flash from under his beard as his tattoo activates. And as his dagger flashes through the air, there are tattoo-like symbols swirling and spinning around the blade as it thuds home into the blue Abishai. And he causes... how much? Deal. 14 for that, and extra 4d6. Oh, wow, I got 2 6s and 2 5s. So that is 12, 17, 22. So that's a total of 36 damage from that little dagger. The little dagger that could. Okay. And the Abishai just snarls in anger. He's like, you'll pay for that, you old fool. And Theo's like, aha, no, you are the one who shall pay. And Lulu's like, aye, aye, Captain. She goes zipping up towards it, and again, once more, blasts out at the Abishai with her trumpet of... let's see, Emma, give me a call. We going blasting or sparkles?
Sparkles to the glam rock side.
Okay, so Constitution saving throw. Oh, passes, I'm afraid, but still gets the half damage. Okay, so passes its Constitution saving throw as Lulu goes, just lets out this stream of sparkly light towards him, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. Okay, that's good, that's good. It's 19 plus 4, 23, so that's 11. Takes 11 radiant damage from that. I should just double check there's no... Okay, so yeah. He takes that radiant damage from the sparkles there as Lulu loops back around and comes down towards you. He's like batting away at these sparkles like they're a thing, and still batting away at the few. Does yours persist, Tarina? Your thing?
Yes, it does.
And what happens at the start of his turn?
It's the end of his turn.
So if he ends up in the circle,
Yes. If he
Okay.
enters or ends his... Hold on. A creature must also make a saving throw when it enters the spell's area for the first time, or on a turn, or ends its turn.
okay. Right. And it was a 20-foot radius, right?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, there's this big cloud of locusts just balling around this blue Abishai indistinct shape in the middle, and
This area is difficult terrain. I'm sorry.
no problem. But you see him. He just like folds in his wings. He does like the Superman landing, so, down on the sand, emerging from the bottom of the cloud of locusts, and then his head comes up slowly. He's like, "You miserable idiots are all going to pay."
You
And-
started this.
He is going to cast. You.
No, don't.
Okay. So. Let's see here. So you said you moved away from Theo. Theo was standing in the middle with Lulu. How far away did you move? You said
I
10
moved
feet, right?
I said 10 feet.
I moved the entirety of my movement
Okay.
as far away as I could get,
Okay.
which is 25.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Yep.
So he starts to move his arms and can conjure up more of his magics. And... Okay. He's going to bring down an ice storm. So he raises up his hands and he's like, "Take this!" And he brings both hands down in a really vicious motion. And just
And
from up in
then-
the sky above Horvin and Theo, a cloud starts to form.
And then I will cast Counterspell.
Okay, yep, you do have your reaction back from before.
Fourth level again.
You do need to roll because it's 4th level or higher, right?
Yeah.
What does the higher casting do? Right, so you're casting at 4th level.
Yes.
Okay, then that does it automatically. There's no roll because if you cast at a higher level, then it automatically cancels spells of that same level.
Fine.
Okay, so that was a
Yeah.
4th level spell. So this cloud of just like frosty white and kind of blue-gray cloud starts to form above you, and Torvin, you just thrust your arm up, like what's his face? Yeah, the Manuel thing.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah, that's the musical. Excuse me.
Hamilton.
Hamilton, thank you. So the Hamilton's the arm up in the air, and your sorceress energies again boil up out of your outstretched hand and burn off this cloud. And the Abyss is like, no! Like that. Thank you, Syrinscape.
Yep.
And Horvin, it's your annoying turn. This is what DMs talk about when they talk about counterspell being a pain in the ass.
So, I am going to, I'm gonna take a second to like judge the distance. And I want to place this so that he's just at the edge of its radius.
Yep. Did you mark off your spell slots, by the way, for that?
I am, yeah.
Thank you.
And I'm going to take off the remaining 5 beads from my necklace of fireball,
Yes.
and I'm going to chuck them behind him. The range on this is 150 feet.
Yeah.
Orvin's got a hell of an arm. And he's gonna say, it's not nice to lie.
A zinger, that
Yeah, I was like,
That's him told.
Well,
you'd think you were the bard with either Horvin.
So, please.
It's a dex save of 15.
No, Dylan, don't set us all on fire.
Oh,
Flames all over the screen for a second.
So, on a successful save, he takes half damage. On a failed save, full damage.
Okay. Dex save. So you see, as you you hurl these little beads of light out, and they go past him, and he looks. He's like, "Haha, you missed!" And then he's just silhouetted. This is a whoosh behind him. This fire just engulfs him. And a dex save comes in at a natural 20.
Unbelievable.
Right, I'm really bad with saving throws. Sorry.
I can't even bend the luck on that.
Michael hates me for my saving throws.
So the damage was 38.
Okay, that's the full damage.
Yes.
Okay, so that would be 19. So yeah, you just see him just get silhouetted and just engulfed in this wall of fire as these fireballs all erupt together. And you're just like blasted and your feathers ruffled and Tarina's fur ruffles as this shockwave of hot air, even hotter than the Avernus air, comes whooshing past you. And as the flames dissipate, he's standing there, completely unscathed. As I said, idiots! He is immune to fire damage.
Immune to fire?
Yep.
Well,
5 of them. No.
that was all of them. That was the rest of them.
I know.
So,
Okay.
Darina.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to.
Yeah, Abishai calls out, yes, he's done.
I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself.
Yep.
Nice.
Be so
Yeah,
calm.
we get-
Don't be so calm.
La 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 la.
So yeah, healing word on yourself, and then you can also do a cantrip if you like.
Oh, I like.
So Shillelagh, right? Run into combat.
No.
No. Thorn Whip.
Okay, okay. So roll to hit.
Oh, yes, that's 26.
Nice.
Screw you, Abishai.
So 2d6,
Yep. And that's going to be 6 piercing damage.
6 piercing. Okay. It's like, as you just like, like unfurl that long cactus-like horn whip of yours, right from the deserts that you grew up in. And are you
I
gonna
feel
pull
back
him?
real good. I roll up and roll back to pull it. Screw you.
Are you gonna pull it?
So it unfurls real fast. Don't pull him near me though.
Okay.
No, I just
Yeah.
I Beyblade him so that it really hurts.
Nice. Yeah, so the thorn whip kind of wraps around his arm, and then as you yank it free, just all the jagged thorns and stuff on it just tear through his skin. It's like, "Rah!" Okay. Theo, Galactic. Firemore, Lincoln. You are looking at this guard. It is a bearded devil, so this is, if alerted, this is one that could alert their friends.
Okay. If we do anything, I'm gonna be invisible. So, question: Where is the entrance to this room? Slash, where are we standing? If there's any magic shit I can do.
Standing in front of the door, and
Okay.
You cannot squeeze past him.
Stunning. So, let's think about this very, very quickly. I need to keep all of my 4th level slots, all the rest of my 4th level slots free. So I can polymorph, firemorph, and take onto this. I could cast Yes on you.
All I know to do is stab him in the neck, and I don't think that's really what we need.
No. Okay. 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 We're gonna try something.
Yep.
That could be really good. And if it doesn't work, stabbing is probably the next best thing we have. Okay. How do you feel about that, Josh?
I don't feel very good
We're gonna
about
break
anything. Let's try it.
No, we're gonna, regardless of what we do, we're gonna break invisibility, but I can cast it again. So,
We're gonna need to cast it again because we have Ultist, yeah?
yeah, we'll have to.
Very true.
Okay. How... Is this going to be an initiative situation, or can I just say...
If combat's initiated, it would be, yes. But not now, no. He has no idea there.
No. I get one chance to do this, so I'm going to just have to do it. I would like...
Elijah would be. Not Elijah. What was his name? Just do it.
Shia LaBeouf. I knew.
Shia LaBeouf, yeah.
Shia LaBeouf.
I thought you were about Braun again.
I would like to cast... Yes. It's a 5th level spell. You place a magical command on a creature you can see within range, forcing it to carry out some service or refrain from some course of action activity as you decide. If the creature can understand you, it must succeed a wisdom saving throw or be charmed for the duration. The duration is 30 days.
Shit.
So, yeah. If it tries to act against me within these 30 days, it'll take 5d10 psychic damage and it cannot act against me again. I can issue any command at any point that I want during this 30 days, so long as it won't result in certain death. Only remove curse, greater restoration, or wish can end the spell.
Damn.
Wow.
It's my big boy.
Point of interest. This
I
is
was considering casting Bane on him before he got it, but I don't want to wait. I don't want to risk having a round of combat. So
mind your hands on your microphone.
sorry.
It's okay.
I'm nervous. I was gonna say I was gonna consider casting Bane before, but
Yeah,
I
it's too
think it's
risky.
gonna be too risky.
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
Okay.
Lincoln
Point of interest.
instructs Primal
this
to
is
turn
what,
around so the backpack is facing. This is facing. And then I would just be like,
Is that C-3PO on Chewbacca?
Yes.
No, the other way.
yep. Yeah. Okay.
So,
Right, I cast yes. 5th level spot used.
what is the
Please
DC on the
give me a
wisdom saving?
throw, please. Oh dear God. So it's 17.
17. Okay,
Yeah,
Really high.
it's not high enough.
here we go. Oh, it whispered that one to me instead of showing it to everyone. I will take a photo. Approved. Everyone can get your reaction when you see it. Going into the Discord chat.
Oh my God.
Here it comes.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Now, dear viewers,
Oh my God!
can you guess if that was successful or not? And he had advantage because they have resistance to magical effects. I got a 16 and a 14.
God. I am your master for the next 30 days!
And it-
Ha!
he
You
looks-
work for me now.
He looks
I'm so
confused and
good.
he turns around and he's like, his eyes just kind of go strange. He kind of shakes his head and he's like, all his little snake beard jiggles. He's like, yes, boss, what is it?
Okay, on the other side of that door, how many guards are in there?
No one.
Sweet. Open the door and take us to Altus the Cultist.
Of course.
Oh!
only it was always this easy.
Spectacular.
I know!
What happened to my saving throws? Okay. Now.
It was a 16 still.
Yeah. Very close. As close as it could be without passing.
Oh,
Now, back outside. The blue Abishai has landed on the ground. And Theo is like, aha! Now you're on my terms. And he rushes forward, drawing out his swords. And, let's see here. Okay. So, yeah, he goes charging. And his first attack with his scimitar. Just hits. So the 19, which is what it needs. And that is okay. 10 damage, but he's also going to fire off one of his tattoo again. I think that's a bonus action.
Achoo!
Privateer's Fury tattoo. Oh no, yeah, there's no bonus action or anything removed. Just uses this charge to get the extra damage. Nice. Okay, so yeah, he goes charging in with his cutlass and goes and hits for that damage, which was sorry, excuse me, everyone, juggling lots of different bits and bobs here. Plus these. 28 damage as his sword cuts and then his tattoo flares and the blade is wreathed in necrotic energy as the power of his tattoo goes into this Abishai. And yep, that's another 20 in there. And then he can also attack with the offhand because he's got his what is it, 2-weapon fighting. Roly. There's a dirty 20, so that hits as well. And that is 8 damage. Now, let me just double check something here very quickly. I will not keep you long, dear people, I promise. Yeah, it's like when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, it's not like once a turn or anything. So you see his tattoo just flare again.
Nice.
So good. That's a total of 17 damage on the offhand. And this Abishai is looking pretty rough now, actually. It's covered in cuts and little nips and things from the locusts, and actually looking pretty bad. And Lulu's turn. Again, Lulu has one more trumpet. So, Tarina, blasting or sparkles?
I mean, sparkles. You're asking Tarina, it's gonna be sparkles.
Of course. If people watching, that spine
I
dip
need
is
a
not next
reason
to
to
Tarina.
link in with friends.
So that is a con save from the Abishai. Da-da-da. Oh my god, snake eyes. 2 natural ones. Ugh.
Ah,
That's unbelievable. Okay, what's happened to my saving throws? So that is 4d8.
You got him out of the way.
that's exactly what happened.
Oh wow, yeah, and they had disadvantage on saving throw because it's an evil creature.
Interesting.
For the sparkles, not for the blasting.
Right.
Oh.
So actually, let me just go back a little bit here. Briefly. Okay, still passed before. So double check it, make it, see if it had passed the first one as well. Okay, so that is... That's pretty good. 23 plus 4, so 27 radiant damage. And it looks absolutely terrible. And she goes barreling towards it, and she's just like, and there's just like sparkles, and this it just disappears like it did with the fireball, but just in the shower of sparkles and radiant lights, and you just hear it inside. It's like, no, damned Oliphant! And she curves away, and you get the view as the sparkles die down, and this blue Abishai is like breathing raggedly. You bastards! And it's his turn.
One more counterspell.
And he looks towards all of you. And he sees the three. With Theo right in front of him and Lulu and Horvin behind. He's gonna cast Cone of Cold. So he just like thrusts his arms out, and a whoosh of winter energy starts to build in his hands. Three, two.
I have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? What level?
Yeah. So I happen to know that this is a 5th level spell.
That's cheeky.
Well, because it popped up on my list when I was picking the spell to level up. So, and I had already used my sorcerer points to get back the 5th level spell slot, so I'm gonna cast it at 5th level.
Little did I know that the chain lightning was going to be my only attack I got home.
I just, like, as a player, I know the implications of dying to that spell, and it's not...
It's all your sorcery knowledge. You're so wise, Lord.
No, as a player.
So, the Abishai starts to build this roiling ball of cold energy, sparkling with frost and ice, and he leans back to let leash with it, and you're like, nope. And again, it gets winked out by your sorcerer's power. He's like, and he just goes to.
He explodes.
He goes to fly away. Just in anger and despair and fear for his life. As he is here on his home plane, it's not the place to die. Now, who would like to roll Theo's attack of opportunity?
Ooh.
I am not feeling very lucky, and Horvin's been doing very well, so Horvin should do it.
So it's roll to hit, right?
Yeah, please roll me a d20 plus 8.
Plus 8. Okay. An 18.
Just misses, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
No! I'm gonna yell, thanks for the gift!
And yeah, he's like, oh no, you don't. Oh yes, you do. And he goes, big swing of his cutlass, but the Abishai manages to whoosh its wings out of the way, and it flies horizontal, stays underneath the locusts. It does not just go straight up into the locusts. And goes out, starts whooshing away. Serena.
No. Yes.
Actually, no, sorry, excuse me. Corvin, it is your turn.
Yep.
He has whooshed away.
How far away is he?
You don't know.
I don't know.
No, I mean he's flown away a distance. You don't have a eyes front HUD with his distance.
Sure. Okay, fair enough. However, with my spell sniper, I do have quite a bit of range on my spells. So, and he's flying.
He is.
Let's hit him with a tidal wave.
Okay. So, how far back are you from them?
Feet from Theo.
Say again, sorry?
10 feet.
10 feet behind Theo. Okay.
Mm.
So, what is the range on that spell?
120 feet.
Okay.
With the spell sniper?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you focus your energies on this quickly retreating Abishai's form, and you will a tidal wave to appear above him. And his fly speed is 50 feet.
It's 50 feet.
So he's only 60 feet away. So, is it a save on his part?
It is a dex save of 15.
Okay. $16, I'm afraid.
Well, I am going to use my last 2 sorcery points to bend his luck.
Okay. Which gives it disadvantage?
No. The way that bend luck works is... where is it? I just want to make sure I got it right. So... I can use a reaction.
Yep.
And spend 2 sorcery points to roll a d4 and apply the number as a bonus or a penalty.
Okay, go for it.
You said he rolled a 16?
Yep, well, what was your roll?
It was a 1.
2d4, right?
No, 2 sorcery points.
Or 1d4. Okay, and what's your DC?
15.
So
So it met it.
it meets it, doesn't it? Yeah. So that still beats it, I'm afraid.
Yeah. So
Alright, so-
he
Bad luck.
does take half damage though.
Okay, so what's that?
So the full damage is gonna be 20.
20, halved to 10.
Yeah, it is bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning damage. Okay. Tell me what happened.
Yes! Yes!
All right. So Corbin kind of like, I guess, like in the level up, like in this surge of new information and knowledge, he's feeling a little more.
So if I can just interject quickly, I think that works very nicely. That I think the knowledge that you gained to do this level up, you gained in your research at the inn the night before. You know, you're reading all the books and stuff while you're waiting to have that long rest. And Firemore, strangely, seemed to be investigating things even better than you were. He seems to have figured out the cataloging system in the inn there faster than you did. And he actually brought a few books that you thought would be useful for you that he found.
That is lovely. I'll have to thank him later.
So, sorry. Tell me
Like, he kind of, his movements are a little more like tight in his casting now. So very like only with like a slight flicker of this pop, this water just kind of roils over him in like a flat space and just pushes him down into the sands of Avernus like a fly swatter.
Okay, so yeah, you just conjure the spell. You reach out, and the whoosh of the water as it emerges from thin air and crashes down on top of this flying Abishai, just pummeling it down into the sands. And the water just keeps deluging down for a while, and then washes away across the plains of Avernus, washing with it the ichor that is all that remains of this blue Abishai.
Gross.
What did we get?
So mercenary.
She really didn't like that Abishai. She's real mad about it.
Good. Well, as this happens,
No.
from that distance of 60 feet away, you hear a booming voice. You have responded to treachery with lethal force. Very good. However, you have seen only a fraction of my true power. If you seek an audience with the Dragon Queen, travel to... Wait. Who are you?
Hello.
Just a messenger, ma'am. I'll pass it on to to Fire Maw.
To Dragon Maw.
Dragon Maw. More dragon. And he goes, "How do I turn this thing off?" Angrily quits that. Turns off the brown shy corpse.
Wait, Chronicle.
Sorry, you muted him.
Absolutely rage quits.
Yep, absolutely. So, it is done. And inside the flying fortress, there is a ksh. Actually, I think Syrinscape even have us covers for this. They've got their sci-fi stuff. Hang on, let's see if I can find one. Door. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Perfect.
There's a whoosh and a hiss of air as this vault is opened by your oh so helpful, oh so friendly bearded devil.
What's your name?
My name?
Yes.
It is worthless, my master. Do not worry.
Are you resisting my command?
Not at all.
That sounds like 5d10 damage if you ask me.
Apologies. Hang on. Where is it?
I'm slowly picking up.
My friends call me Sam.
Ooh. Mysterious, mystery name indeed. Where is it?
Short for Samuel, but I don't really like it.
Okay. I'm sorry, master. My name is Bob Brixor.
Did you just say Bob Pretzel?
No, I did not.
Bob Brixor.
Bob Brixor.
Bob Pretzel.
Bob for short.
Bob Bulbasaur.
If it pleases, my master.
It's good to meet you, Bulbasaur. Yeah. This is your new name.
The beard snakes that are not under your control snicker at him then.
Bob Brixor is such a stupid name. Snicker. Can't believe we're attached to this guy.
I know, right? We don't even get dental.
As Bob ushers you in, you're led into this room. And it is not a vast library of contracts, unfortunately. That would be greater protection. But in the middle of the floor, bound and kneeling with their heads down, facing away from you, you see a half-naked human. Their cultist robes off their shoulders and arms, dangling around their belt at the waist. But it does allow you to see their text-free, unblemished back
Very good.
as the contract has been removed from Altus the Cultist. And Bob Pretzel is in chat now, so it's for real. Bob Pretzel's
Sorry.
he's like, huh? What has happened to you? I'm sorry, my master. It is not how I left it. No one came in. I swear.
We'll deal with you later. Then
I believe we should take this and depart.
Bob
Altus.
Pretzel.
Sorry, just a sec. As you, Fireman, as you go around and like you put a scaly hand on Altus's shoulder,
You don't move your arms.
and you look and you get around the side of him and in view, you just see his face is just drooping, unresponsive. Doesn't acknowledge that you're there.
Still work to do. Firemont taps him on the shoulder. Still have to fix this. And then he picks him up.
Sorry, Lincoln, you were saying?
Oh,
Yep.
just says yes.
Yes,
Lincoln
master.
says, Bob Pretzel, wait 1 moment. Don't speak out of turn. Fine. We could probably teleport out from here. The only difficulty is you'll have to get to. You need to get outside so you can fly away. Once I fly more.
We order. Ask Bob where the nearest window is.
Cool. Bob, where's the nearest window? Exit out to the other side.
There is a strategy room. This way.
Is it
Okay.
occupied?
Yes, they will be fixing plans, sending messages down to the battle at the front lines.
Do you have the authority to get it unoccupied?
No.
Wonderful.
We need another
Okay.
room.
We can. Yes. I could also turn us invisible again. One of us isn't going to be. Another room, Bob.
With a window there isn't one.
You are a poor excuse for a servant.
Do you have any reason to be in this room?
In this room?
The strategy room.
If I was delivering a message,
Who is
What
in the
would be
strategy
something
room?
that would get them to leave? Yeah, that's a good idea as well.
some of the higher-ranking devils. Probably Arrhenius or two.
It's impossible.
What kind of emergency would get them to leave?
Boarding action?
Okay. I look at Firemore. Any ideas?
One.
Cool. Am I gonna like it?
Maybe.
Okay.
You tell your friend to alert his friends of boarding action,
Sure.
and I use the shield that I keep on my back to launch a fireball at the command deck.
Stunning. Okay.
That would
I
be
need to
boarding action.
indeed. I need to be within touch range of you to get you nice and birdie, so you can go fly out of there. Or do I? Let me just check. Let me just check. I'm actually not accurate. Sorry, my BD room thing is just reading. No, I don't think I need to be. I can polymorph you without giving you a little pat on the back. 60 feet. I need to be in 60 feet of you.
Then we need them to leave the room first, which means we need to find a good spot to hide.
Yep. Okay.
Have him alert his fellows to boarding action.
Yep.
And then I'll cast the fireball.
Yep. Then we dash
Hopefully
into
they'll leave the room.
Yep.
And we can leave through the window.
Sweet.
Okay.
Okay. So I think we need to make our way to the strategy room area. Let's scope it out a bit.
On the opposite side of the door to the strategy room,
Yes. We're not going in
from
the
the
room.
command room.
So yeah, you
We're
go.
going, like, you know, to that vantage point.
Bob Pretzel leads you over there, and you make your way over, and they take you to where the entrance is.
Boarding action, Bob.
He's like,
Gonna
Really
hide.
sell it.
wait a moment.
Yep.
You hear him. He goes off around the corner ahead of you. Good job, Crixel Puff. I'll take over from here. Okay, Bob. After a short while, okay.
Snicker.
Crixel Puff is gone.
Okay.
And then
So-
you're outside the command deck, the strategy room.
We will now hide, Bob. It's now your job to really sell this. Okay. Also to give me any money or valuables you might be carrying.
I just have my glaive.
He's gonna need that.
You're gonna need that. Okay.
When I shoot this fireball,
How about my pit rock?
Stunning, what's its name?
Also Bob.
Also Bob.
Also Bob.
Okay, Bob. I will look after Bob, the pet rock.
No. Also Bob.
I take Bob.
also Bob is
Also
the name.
Bob.
When I
Also
shoot
Bob.
this fireball,
Also Bob.
that's the signal to alert to boarding action.
I see.
So we'll get into a position that's easy to hide. And alright, Gargoth.
Hey Bob, you know what? I'm gonna be really nice to you. I'm gonna do something really nice for you.
What's
To
that?
make you feel really good about yourself.
Thank you.
I'm going to inspire you. Do you wanna know what that means? It means that when you convince those people to leave that room, you're gonna convince them extra hard for me. Yeah?
Will do, boss. Will do.
Okay. Listen to my song. You can go your own way. Except you're tricky, yes, you can go your own way. Except you can't because I'm controlling you. Wow.
Okay,
Amazing.
I've got this. Ready when the big one is.
Alright?
Gonna hide now. We hide. In the shadows.
Fireball, you hear Gargoth inside the shield. It's like, today I will have one of mine. These will be in my fleet. The security will be 10 times better.
Sounds like a good idea.
Thank you for revealing the weaknesses in the system. Taking notes.
You know, if you're gonna be the leader of this, then you better, you better take some notes.
And you cast Fireball.
Yes, I do.
So there's a... and your magics go coursing down the corridor and impact down the far end. This goes off, and then you see Bob. Ah! Attack! Attack! Boarding action! Boarding action!
Like just
Winged demons! Winged
No.
demons! He's like hammering on the door, and you say it gets thrown open. Oh, Pretzel, what's going on? Winged demons! They flanked us. The lines are breaking. It's all going to hell. Deeper to hell. And yeah, I need a persuasion check with is that with advantage or with a plus?
it'll have a plus it's a D8 for now.
Okay, thank you. So that is
Do you feel like fire more should give them advantage? Go ahead. Just-
oh, that's a fair comment. That is a fair
One
comment.
D8, yes.
With that, yep, with the fireball to adds to the effects there. Not hugely better. Sorry. Actually, the second one was worse. But okay. Yep. So you're running there, and he's just like, everyone, to arms! Get your weapons! They're coming! You hear these female voices from inside. Yacht, clear the corridors. Secure the bridge. And Bob's like, it's too late. The bridge has been breached. We're going down. And then you say, and you hear, open that. Let's leave. And you hear the flap of wings as the two Irinius that were in there leave out of the window that you're about to use. And you hear a crunk, 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 of feet, and a bunch of devils go running past where you're hiding. And you and you make your way over, and you make your way out of your hiding spot once the sounds dwindled.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
As you step
At
out,
which point?
there's a bearded devil right there. Is that okay, boss?
Okay. Well, Bob, Pretzel, this has been an experience. You're going to feel very weird for the next 30 days. All I can say is, during this time, if you survive whatever's happening here, do whatever you can to topple the system from the inside.
Solidarity, boss. Solidarity.
Solidarity. Yeah. Eat the rich. Okay, good to see you.
Okay. Eat the person with the most soul coins. Gotcha.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
All right, let's go.
And you come in
Peek.
there, and you see a large table, and it has various little things on it, representing different forces and the various plans here.
Really quickly, do I see anything that's important?
I mean, there are some documents and things.
Take a look real quick. Just documents.
Sweet.
Swipe them.
Right,
And
just
then
grab
go
it.
to the
Okay,
window.
Okay. It's already open.
Move
There's
some
like
of the
wind
battle
coming
pieces
in.
around so they guys get confused. we're like absolutely messing it.
Okay.
Okay.
So you, they've got those long sticks with the little pushers on the end. You just push all the little markers around.
A little bit of tomfoolery. We throw some of them out the window.
They come back in after.
I
Like,
wanna
why are the
turn to-
demons defending Elturel? What's happening?
No, I see a big demon. I just squash it.
Nice. Let's throw it out the window.
Sweet.
Take
Fuck
that. Okay.
Made.
Now, Lincoln.
I want to turn to fire more.
What is the range on your spell?
On gas.
No, on your teleportation spell.
Dimensional is 500 feet. So my plan was to jump out the window and then fall a bit and then teleport.
Thing is,
Okay.
what are you going to polymorph fire more into?
A big giant bird.
How giant?
Or a little bird. Well, I mean, I feel like it doesn't actually really need to be giant, considering he's not carrying anyone. Giant eagle was the thought when I thought maybe we'd have to fly out other people.
But
So I'm considering maybe
if you
like a
if you
raven.
put him into a giant eagle, he can then carry you direct to Elturel.
That's also fair.
I don't see
Fine.
why go down and then try and go up again.
Sure. Bye, Charina, and bye, Horvin, I suppose.
We're gonna be like All right. That's a change. Shall we?
Cool.
What's this orb do?
So I will look over at Firemore and say, vague change of plans. Wanna go and have really difficult conversations with my girlfriend?
Well, when you put it that way.
Firemore. From
I
first-hand
will tap Firemore on the shoulder and
experience, you know, in Elturel, you will be very welcome to the powers of greater restoration that could help Altis out.
It's true. It's time to get back in with my old cultist buddies. Not the dragon ones, the
Not the new cultist buddies, those are the new ones.
Lincoln visibly withers, then taps you on the shoulder and you're a feathery bird.
No. Let him climb outside,
Oh wait, can we do a fun like parachuting formation where we just like out the windows and then he like sweeps us up?
Caw.
So Firemore,
A lot of trust in Firemore.
Firemore, you have Altis in your hands, like you're parachute buddying him. He's in front of you, right, clasped in your arms. Lincoln is holding for dear life onto your back as you clamber up awkwardly with this bundles of people around you, and jump out of the window of the flying fortress from the top. You start plummeting down towards until
Bird.
okay, and your arms let go of Altis and whoosh out into wings, and then you deftly grab Altis by with your legs, with your talons, gently, before he falls. And Lincoln, you suddenly find yourself not on the hot to the touch red scales of a dragonborn, but the soft, downy feathers of a giant red kite. As in the bird kite, not the toy.
Polymorph could do some weird things in this edition.
and with a cry, the bird,
Firemorph.
Orvin, Trina, Theo, and Lulu, as you're like, oh, thank goodness, and you're just like limping to each other, you know, just aching from that electricity that coursed through your bodies. You look over. I hope they're okay. And you just see this giant bird whoosh out the side at the top of the flying fortress. You're like, oh good, they're coming back.
What's up, fuckers?
And you see it curl not towards you, but away towards Elturel, and start flying towards Elturel. Now, that's the bad news.
Okay.
Yes.
I have animal messenger. But there's no animals near us, right?
yeah.
We're in the sand, so okay, never mind.
Good. Orvin,
Yes.
you have a proper look at what was given to you by Theo before he rushed into combat.
Is this?
Good question. He said, trying to find where it's written. Okay. It is a beautiful, spherical, golden globe. And you'll have to take some...
That, Corbin was an actor.
I want to think. Yeah.
Sorry.
You will have to take some time with it to figure out what it does properly. But just check if it needs. Yes, you do feel it start reaching for you, trying to attune with you.
Up this again.
Nice. This feels nice.
So, it's actually very apt for how that battle went down. Now,
Just a counter spell. It's a counter spell.
Counter spell in a rock. You soar across the battle below you. Altus hanging unresponsive from your talons. Lincoln, you kind of peek over the feathery shoulders of your new feathery friend. You can see the battle raging far below, but it disappears as you crest over the edge and the outskirts of Elturel. Are you just going to land straight away, Paimon?
Yeah, just land up at the Citadel.
Okay. Are you going up to the Citadel?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you go flying up to the Citadel and alight in the yard, in the courtyard there. And as you do, you hear and the Flaming Fist and Elturel guards that were left, just a bunch of them just come pouring out. You just hear and it changes to a cry of joy. And Lincoln, as you slide down off Firemall's back, you are just boom, impacted against.
Wait, I have one leg, don't I fall? I'm not used to it.
No, you don't, as powerful girlfriend arms wrap you in a large hug. Lincoln!
I think Lincoln forgets himself for a bit and gives the hug back. And he
Goodness,
just
you're
sort of
okay.
slumps.
Oh, are you okay? Are you hurt?
Yeah. No. Just pleasantly surprised that I'm not dead again.
Caw?
That's Firemore, that's why he's a red bird.
Firewall? What happened to him?
He's a bird now. He was cursed by a witch, and now he's a bird.
Oh, that's
Quite
right.
horrifying,
Sorry.
actually.
Yes, good.
Rhea reaches up and strokes your neck and like pats her red hair and she's like, it's a good colour. Very similar coloration.
Yeah.
And she looks terrified for a moment. Where are the others? Orvin,
Oh,
Trina.
they perished? No. Sorry, I was about to say they perished. That would be horrible. No, I don't say that. Lincoln just says they're coming. They're just a little bit delayed, for whatever reason.
Where are they? You hear her. Yes, where are they? Chit-chot, chit-chot, chit-chot. I, Mooncolor, will help them.
Fuck. No.
Caw?
Hi, Mooncolor. This is the reunion episode. Was not expecting it. All the fan favorites are back today.
You knew he was
Well, Mooncolor, please do.
Are you gonna end concentration, Lincoln?
Yeah, I drop it.
I'm like unbird.
I leave it a little longer.
Okay. You tell Mooncolor where they are?
Yeah.
Oh,
She'll be
yeah.
back immediately. And Horvin, Serena, as you're like, are we gonna we just wait here? And you just hear good day. It is I, Mooncolor.
Oh God.
Serena, my savior. Now I may return the favor. Please, upon my mighty back.
Did he always have this voice?
Nope, but he does now.
I love it.
But the machines.
Are they hidden?
Yeah, they
That'll be fine.
are. All right,
I can't take them.
on we go.
Fair enough.
Indeed. Oh, I don't believe we've had the pleasure. Oh, yes. Hello there. My name is Theo. Captain Theo. Oh, Captain Theo, it is a pleasure. Let's wait for this conversation. It's a bit of a squeeze up there, but everyone grab a seat. You all mount up. I think Theo does silly rogue stuff. It's like, hey! He leaps up onto the... It's like, my very first unicorn. Huh. And you all clamber up onto Mooncolor's
Her
back.
friendship is magic.
And after a short gallop, a whoosh, you find yourselves emerging into the courtyard of the citadel of Elturel. As guards, Rhea, and Firemore and Lincoln are gone. And we shall stop there and leave the Hells back where we
What a
first arrived.
session. Oh my gosh.
Thank you, everybody.
What a session.
Good stuff, good stuff. And thanks everyone for joining us,
Yeah.
watching. That's great. I hope you had a good time. Thanks all the little bits
Well,
of the chat,
certainly did.
especially Dylan. Great to have you here. And see that, Emma? 3 cheers for powerful girlfriend arms. Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah!
We can
And-
enjoy them.
Enjoy it while it lasts. And you see this sight as we zoom up towards the clouds, much like Olanthius and the Hell Riders did. And we leave this scene, although temporarily. And we will be back, on Twitch at least, with Rime of the Frost Maiden on Tuesday. A trip to the old Bone Grinder, hopefully to save some children, on Thursday in Curse of Strahd. And then back here, in the relative safety of Elturel, to plan the next move in this roving tour of the Hells by the music group, The Pits. Hope to see you as many as you can join us back then, and as we like to say in these parts, Oyasuminasai.
Oh yes, yes.
Inasai.